Hey there, Ulf at HoboRec. I got some exciting news. We are finally at the moment where we can start taking pre-orders for the DIY mic bot. So here we have it. As some of you know, this is like a cooperation between me and my dad. We started a while back. He retired and on his free time as a hobbyist, he got into building like simple robotic stuff. I asked him if he could make a microphone robot for me, and he did. And we also came up with the idea that we could put it together as sort of a DIY kit for people who want something like this but don't want to spend like the really huge money that are the other options on the market. So yeah, this is what it looks like after it's assembled. I assembled this going through the instructions that my dad made. Everything worked, and it worked on the first try when I started it up. It's nothing really complicated. You just have to be a bit patient and really pay attention to details, and then you will be good to go. So now during the pre-order period, we will have a sort of a lower price on it. We want to have about 20 pre-orders to get this thing going. So there might be a little bit wait now in the beginning to get it, but I think it will be fairly quick. At least I hope so. So there will be one price for just buying the kit as it is, where you have to assemble most of the stuff on your own. There are some stuff that are prefabricated by us just to make it work as it's supposed to do. There are some programming and stuff involved that are pre-done, of course. And there will also be a price where we assemble most of it for you before we send it to you, so there is not much work for you to do when it arrives, but it will of course be a little bit more expensive. So I'm just going to show you the features of it real quick. This is the basic part of the robot. There's a box under here that controls the motors that are on the X and Y axes, and there's also a motor here that will rotate the microphone on an angle. So if you want to use it to find a sweet spot on a guitar amp, this is really handy. And there's also this, yeah, now I just put this here to show you a bit better. There's this angle here that makes it so that the microphone rotates around its own capsule. I've seen other solutions on the market where the microphone holder is just above the motor, which means it rotates like this. And to me, that doesn't seem very helpful when trying to find the sweet spot, because you want to maybe place it where you want it in sideways and in depth, and then you want to just rotate the microphone around its own capsule to find which angle sounds the best. So this edition of the DIY MicBot is hooked up with 3 XLR cables, and the reason why we did it like this is that it will integrate very easily with the standard studio, so you can hook it up via the patch system. If you don't have a patch system, you can still just use the existing microphone cables you have, and you can have it as short or as long as you want to. So yeah, I can just show you a little bit how we hook this up. Yeah, so here we have the control box. You might think it looks a bit bulky, but we chose to do it this way so it will be an easy build and not too much tinkering. As I said, we hook it up with microphone cables to the patch bay here in the control room. And it's important that the connectors 1, 2, 3 goes to the connector 1, 2, 3 on the opposite side on the box that are on the robot. So now we have all the 3 cables in here. Now we put them here in the wall patch, in the patch that goes to the ISO booth where we keep the guitar cabs. And obviously in here, plug from the patch number 1 to the first XLR connector of the box on the robot. 2, 3. Now we're just going to plug some power into the control box, and that will supply the whole robot with everything it needs. There we go. So now everything you have to do is control the angle of the microphone with this one. It goes 9 degrees of left, right, and 9 degrees left. And every time you turn this on, whether you have this controller in whatever direction you have it, the robot will reset to that direction. And then you have back and forth, left, right on those buttons, and so Just a really quick test. We run backwards. We run to the right. Forward. To the left. And then angle the microphone. The cool thing is that you can just sit in here in the sweet spot in the control room, have your guitarist play, or have a DI signal running through the guitar amp, and just find where it sounds the best. Yeah, so that's a really short demo of the DIY MicBot. It can obviously be used for other applications too. I've tried it on like acoustic guitar. It's really good to find the sweet spot there, as well as on kick drums. So if you want to hear what like the changes sounds like, you can check the video me and my dad did with the absolute first prototype we did on the robot. It looks nothing like it does now, but the functionality is basically the same. But if you want more information on the technical side and whatever price and instructions and anything like that, you can just go to diymicbot.com, and you can also follow our Instagram account on diymicbot. I will also be at NAMM in Anaheim next week or this week, depending on when this video comes out. So if you are there and you see me there, I will have one unit with me. So if you want to like touch it and try it out, just come talk to me and I will show it to you. Yeah, and just to go back to the DIY kit, as I said, I built this thing. My dad put the kit together and wrote all the instructions. I built it up from the instruction and everything worked. As I said earlier in the video, it's not advanced or difficult. It just takes some time, and you have to be patient and pay attention to details. Or you can pay a little extra and have it pre-assembled by us. And of course, there will be more videos in the near future with me showing examples of things you can do with the robot. So, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Cheers!